First and foremost, Alistair, congratulations on a comeback win. Did it feel like a comeback win to you? I think a lot of us watching said, uh-oh, Alistair's down here in the first 2 rounds, but did you feel like you were in control in the fight?
Didn't feel that threatened. Of course, there's some action back and forth, but felt I was in control the whole fight. Predicted the finish. Was 1 round late, right? Because I predicted second and third round. Actually 2 rounds then, 5 round. But no, I feel good, very happy with the win. It was back and forth, but yeah, Augusto's a tough guy.
And I mean, we've been saying this all week that you have seen and done everything in this sport. I mean, you fought Brock Lesnar on the Vegas Strip. You've sold out arenas in Japan. But here, I mean, you're fighting a guy who a lot of people didn't know. You get the win in the 5th round. You keep this final run that you've been talking about alive at age 40. How does this compare to some of the other, numerous nights in your career?
Yeah, it's been, this was my 93rd fight. It's been a crazy amount of fights. I take every fight serious. Augusto Sakai is a young up-and-comer. He's undefeated in UFC. He's hungry, he's a lion. And I had to do what I had to do to stop him. And how does it compare? I don't know. Winning is winning, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I hear a lot of fighters say that you don't want to be thinking too much in the octagon, but then we give you so much credit for the thinking that you do. I mean, is the takedowns in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds that really turn this fight around? Is that something that you kind of saw when you were in there, or was that sort of the game plan all along, is to get to the ground late?
I had the feeling the finish would be on the ground. Like I said, like I predicted, Augusto is a tough guy. His whole build, everything, he can take punishment. I kind of knew that, felt that getting into this fight. So I kind of knew the finish will be on the ground, submission, and eventually it was ground and pound.
Alistair, we ask the fighters this question all the time, and it's a tough one sometimes coming right off of a fight. What do you want next? But in your position, you've made it very clear you want to reach that UFC title fight, and you put yourself in a position where you got options, but you also don't have a ton of options. I mean, a lot of the guys who are ranked above you are already booked. You got Jairzinho Rozenstruik, who you already fought last December. If it was up to you, the UFC came to you and said, hey, what do you think your next move is? Obviously, I think you would say a title fight, but if it's not a title fight, what do you think makes sense?
Well, my next move is going to be my kids because I've missed them tons. It's been 2 weeks training camp. They're back in Holland. They're going back to school. So first of all, I'm going to go back. I'm going to spend some quality time, and we're going to see what's next. Mm-hmm. I expect to maybe fight again December, maybe January, but for now, it's going to be family time.
Can't go wrong with the kids. That is always the right answer. One last question for you before I let you go. John Jones, I know you talked about him a little bit this week. He does have a habit of watching these fights and then responding sometimes if his name gets brought into it. Is there anything that you want to say to John Jones, who says that he's coming up to heavyweight later this year or early next?
Well, I know him, of course. I have zero bad blood with him. He's a good guy. Is it the fight I'm looking for? Not per se. But then again, it would be an honor to face off with him. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's an honor watching you fight every single time you're out there, Alistair. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.